So here recently I did a review of a couple of products by Double Circle. I reviewed their gym ring straps and various attachments for that. And then I reviewed their pull-up handles. But today I'm going to give my thoughts on their squat wedge. This is the 20-degree angle one. And normally I use my Kinsui Ascent with the boosters for this sort of thing. But because I liked Double Circle so much, I decided to check out these, and interestingly enough, if you take the price of the Ascent and the boosters from Kinsui, it's a few dollars more than just getting these. And what you lose in portability from the Kinsui, you gain in, bigger platforms for getting the Double Circle. And they're very high quality. I like them a lot. They've got nice branding there. They've got this groove here if you want to use resistance bands, and they've got a little handle to carry it. Not as portable, but that doesn't really matter. I don't ever take my Kinsui stuff out of the office, the Ascent anyway. I used to use it here, but probably going to start using these. I like these a whole lot. They're rock solid, and they do what I need them to do, which is basically for squats. Now, I like to use squat wedges for squats or even sissy squats because it does get just a little bit more tension into the quad muscles than just being flat-footed. I've noticed that from using the Kinsui Ascent. So I like doing that. Plus, you just turn yourself around or turn these around, whichever, and then you can use them for calf raises, which they work really well, as opposed to having to go find something to like a step platform or something, or a stair. To get a fuller range of motion, you can just use this. And my only drawback that I can think about this so far, I've only used it for a short period of time, is that when I did use it with resistance bands, it worked fine, don't get me wrong, but if you look at this, it's not rounded off, and it did give me pause. Now, I didn't have any marks on my band, and it didn't feel like it was going to snap, but if I could make any suggestion, it would be to round that edge off, because that could dig into some bands and potentially be a problem. Like I said, I didn't have a problem, but for having that space open, rounding that off for the resistance band would probably be a lot easier on the band. But the only time I really plan on using these for resistance bands is when I'm doing Spanish squats anyway, which is anchoring the band and then putting it behind and just below your knees. So I don't think I'll ever use that feature that for banded squats, and I'll just put the band through the anchor for the Spanish squats and use this, because the Spanish squats already get a little bit more tension into your quads when you do it that way, as opposed to just doing a standard resisted band squat. So I like the Spanish squats, and then you add this in with that, it is just brutal. So that's probably the only way I'd use this with bands anyway. But most of the time when I'm squatting, I just throw on a weight vest, and I'm either doing suspension training or I use a weight vest in combination with a sandbag and just do squats that way, and same with the calf raises. So for me, these do exactly what I need them to do. Well worth the money, and like I said, they are actually cheaper than what I was using before, which was the Kinsui Ascent with boosters, except these are definitely not as portable, but certainly just as high quality. And then, of course, I like having more space, because I don't really, if I don't have these and just use something like the Ascent or whatever, when I'm traveling, works fine. I, for the longest time, kept them here in my office anyway, so we'll see. But I'll probably switch over to using this primarily unless I'm traveling, which I won't take these with me because they're rather large. But that's the only thing. They do exactly what I need them to do. So I don't know if I can tell you that you need to get these. I don't know if squat wedges are for everybody, but I do like the squat wedges for when I do squats. Your mileage may vary, but if you're in the market for them, Highly recommend these. The link is in the description below. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the double circle 20-degree angled squat wedges.